Frozen, narrated by Clarissa Haler. Beth looked in the rear-view mirror. You know, if you keep making faces like that, it'll get stuck that way. Austin continued to contort his mouth and eyes as other drivers passed by. Mom, I know that's not true. Well, you're going to scare somebody and cause a wreck. Austin finally sat back in the seat. But a few minutes later, an old woman was driving next to them, and Austin couldn't help himself. He smushed his nose against the window, opened his eyes as wide as possible, and pulled his lips back so his teeth looked extra big. The old lady looked over. The sight of his face caused her to swerve right into the car. The impact tossed him back into his seat. Austin's mom tried her best to keep the car straight, but it glided into the next lane. Austin peered out the window just in time to see a pickup truck careening toward him. The last thing he remembered was the sound of twisting metal, shattered glass, and screeching tires. Austin woke up to nothing but black. He had bandages on his eyes and could hear nurses and doctors working in the background. Austin, can you hear me? Mom? You're in the hospital, honey. You've been out for a couple days. Austin tried to remove the bandages from his eyes, but his mom stopped him. You need to keep those on. The doctor will remove them. Are you okay, Mom? Yes, I'm fine. Just fractured my hand. The doctor walked in and put a hand on Austin's shoulder. Hey, Austin. I'm Dr. Carter. You had quite the accident. Dr. Carter pulled a stool next to Austin's bed and sat down. We had to put you in a coma for a few days and let the swelling go down in your brain. But it looks like you're doing just fine now. The doctor started removing the bandages from Austin's head. I have to prepare you, son. You arrived in pretty bad shape. There's going to be some changes that you're probably not going to like. Austin started shifting nervously in the bed. Changes? What do you mean? The doctor slowly unraveled the bandages from Austin's eyes. We're going to do everything we can to make you look normal again. As the bandages fell to the floor, he looked to Dr. Carter and then to the mirror next to the bed. His nose was smashed to the side. His eyes bulged from his head, and his lips were peeled back, causing a permanent, ghastly smile. It was the exact same expression he was making before the wreck, and now his face was frozen that way.